Hello and welcome back to A Few Bits of News. I'm TB Sliver, and today we're going over a few bits of news from the gaming industry and adjacent areas. In this version of the news, we are playing catch up with the events that happened over the last few weeks during the E3 and Summer Games Fest weekend and last week's lighter news week. Slid under the table as everyone was busy watching Summer Games Fest of this year, CD Projekt Red tweeted out their data breach from earlier this year has had deeper impacts than they thought. Turns out that the data taken may have included former and current employee and contractor information. CD Projekt later would confirm account and user data is safe. The company has updated their documentation with the president of the Personal Data Protection Office, PUODO, and has taken more steps to improve security. Not much else is known even at this point. However, if you want to see the statements given, check the links below. In a light bit of hell freezing over, EA have created a new system in FIFA 21, which allows people to see what's inside the FIFA Ultimate Team packs before purchase. EA are calling this Ultimate Team Preview Packs. These packs were the only packs available during the Festival of Football, with the other packs due to return after the event. Previewing the pack allows the player to see its content, however does not show if you own them already. Once shown and not purchased, a timer will appear. In the example given, it was 20 hours and 35 minutes. Once that expires, the packs will be removed and replaced with a new pack. Those scratching your head over this will realise this system isn't new. It has appeared in many titles complying with the gambling laws and loot boxes in games, so it's no surprise that EA have finally buckled under increased pressure from governments, children's welfare groups and gambling charities. It's funny how not so long ago they were in court trying to convince the world of their surprise mechanics. In other EA-related news around the same time, after CDPR's data breach update, EA had its own breach. 780 gigabytes of data was stolen, including the FIFA 21 matchmaking system and game source code, the Frostbite engine toolkits and source code, and various SDKs and streamlined code. EA were quick to point out no user data was taken, but we'd suggest to shore up your two factors just to be on the safe side. To complete the trifecta of hacking stories, Crystal Dynamics' Marvel's Avengers had a little bit of an oops moment when releasing their current update on PS5. Included in the game is a watermark on screen. These are normally used to deter cheaters in games as their account name and a string of characters identifying the account on screen, so any live or recorded footage will always show this. Except this watermark exposed the player's IP address on screen as well. We won't go into detail why this is bad, it just is, so streaming and recording was out of the question while this was happening. Thankfully, by the time this recording is up, the fix is actually in, so you shouldn't worry. On the other side of the coin, in an interview with VentureBeat, Mary DeMarle, a senior narrative director at Eidos Montreal, talked with them over their next title, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, in which we have the link for the interview down below. The thing of note was the question of the current licensed music and streaming situation, considering this game will feature 30 licensed tracks, most key to gameplay and story. When questioned, Mary admitted she may have not been the right person to ask. However, the team are looking for some options to solve it, and are not limited to just flat out giving an option to disable all licensed music. Given how the team opted to use license-free music during their streamer-friendly trailer during E3 and Summer Games Fest showcase, and it fitted the tone, Krem is quietly optimistic they will deliver on a solution. Netflix held its own event during the E3 Summer Games Fest week. If anyone wasn't aware, Netflix as of late has dipped its toe into the gaming industry by creating animated and live-action shows, with more hits than misses. During this event, Netflix announced its continued collaboration with Ubisoft, and a rather large collection of games are being turned into shows. This showcase featured Splinter Cell, Far Cry, and Far Cry Blood Dragon. Some shows got more details than others, such as we barely know anything about the Far Cry series, and the Splinter Cell series is written by Derek Kolstad, who wrote the John Wick series of films. But outside that, it was information that those familiar with the game series would already know. What we did get is a lot of information on Captain Laserhawk: A Blood Dragon Remix, created and written by Adi Shankar of the recently finished Castlevania series and the upcoming Assassin's Creed series. During his interview, he said the series came about by three things he was inspired by: the Elsewhere comics, Captain N, and his own bootleg universe, where he takes an unlicensed property and creates a one-shot short. Those that have heard or seen Power/Rangers on YouTube, that's his work. For those that want to see his full interview and the event itself, we'll put a link down below. Speaking of Castlevania, despite its original run on the show ending in its 4th season, a spin-off is already in the works. Although the showrunner and writer is currently on loan, directors Sam and Adam Dietz return, along with Powerhouse Studios who worked on the original series. All that we do know is the main characters will be that of Richter Belmont and Maria Renard, set around 1792 during the French Revolution. One final bit of news on the Netflix front. One of the cast members of the live-action Resident Evil series has been revealed. Albert Wesker will be played by Lance Reddick, who has been in many guest TV roles, but his major TV credits are that of Fringe and the currently running Bosch. Those familiar with the John Wick series of movies know him as the Continental Hotel's concierge, Sharon. Lance is no stranger to gaming, as he is voiced in Horizon Zero Dawn and featured in the game/live-action series Quantum Break. Although you may not see his face, he is also the voice of Destiny's Commander Zavala, who now, if Krem has his numbers right, the longest-serving voice cast member in the game. Well, he does play the game a lot. Although Lance himself in no way looks like the Albert Wesker you know from the games, which many sadly were quick to criticise on, Krem is in no doubt he will be one of the many actors to take a gaming or comic character role and make it his own. With Grand Theft Auto Online now moving to its third generation on Series X and PS5, Rockstar are making the move to close its PS3 and Xbox 360 clients of the game on December 16th this year, with Shark Card purchases ending on September 15th. Although this will have no impact on the game's story content, webstat tracking will also close September 16th, with LA Noire and Max Payne's 3's tracking closing also. What's interesting is these platforms were the last to offer free online play, so it's going to be interesting to see the community numbers on the console platforms of the game going forward. Bethesda's live service MMO survival game Fallout 76 is losing one of its game modes, that of its Battle Royale, Nuclear Winter. The mode, which comes to an end in September, had been cited to struggle with matchmaking, which had lengthy wait times. Plus, the developer had been struggling to find meaningful updates for the mode. The team have stated those that even played the mode once will gain a reward as a thank you for using it, and have gone on to say the rewards from Nuclear Winter will move over to the main game and be unlocked in various ways, although some rewards will remain exclusive to select players. As for PvP itself, the team hope to expand the options towards that playstyle going forward. Until then, just keep the Nuka-Cola on standby. After what seems a long time in gaming, Cyberpunk 2077 has returned to the PlayStation storefront. However, Sony has issued caveats. They recommend only the PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 5 for the optimum performance of the game. Considering the game has yet to even have its next-gen version or definitive edition, and it is still waiting on a few more core patches, did you not see or understand the chart? We would still say buyers beware. And that's it for this week's A Few Bits of News. A small reminder that this is the last A Few Bits of News we will air on a Friday, as due to my own work life, I have less chances to record this on a Thursday. So we are moving to airing on Mondays. So expect our next video to be in a few days or the following week, depending on if I can get Krem out of his recovery blanket. Either way, tune in next Monday for more news across the gaming industry, and as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as well as hit that bell to get notified of the next video. If you'd like to chat with us live, then come join me every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday evening over on Twitch, link in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you below in the comments.